Miss you, Mr. Walid.
Say it again.
Miss you.
I well, I miss you too, sir. But I just need to check if my voice is clear. Like on a scale from 1 to 10, how clear is my voice?
Yes.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how is my voice clear?
Yes, your voice very clear.
Okay, okay, perfect. I guess that's about it. How is your day going on so far in this rain? Do you have rain in your area or not? Any kind of rain?
Yes, yes. Most of the places, it's drown, and today it's very rainy.
Oh, okay. Well, it's it's very sad actually to hear that. But this is what about like in what area in Baghdad do you think is most of the rain right now?
Yeah, yes. In my district for Al Khadra in
Okay.
Baskulata and Yarmouk, Mansour,
Oh
Ma'moon.
my God.
This is for Karkh side. And
Did you go
in
to
Arusafa, yes.
did you go to an did you go to any one of these areas before I mean today?
Yes, when I come back to my house, this is my way to my road, and
Uh-huh.
in our company, it's very down, and the rain about 12, 13 centimeter.
Okay. Well, I was in Mansour today and it was lots of rain. Oh my God.
Yes,
The
yes.
kind of like have a look here. This is I took these photos in the car. But it's actually very sad, man, to have these beautiful cities go under this kind of problem here, and they don't find any kind of solution to this kind of dilemma of water. Like every winter, like there's
Yes, this
the
for Mansour.
sewers flood. This is in Mansour. This is next to Al Mansour Mall.
Hmm.
It's actually very sad, man. Um, uh, and I was driving in very heavy traffic. I d- did not expect the streets to be this bad, but I don't know. It's the whole Baghdad city. It's just getting crazy today because of rain.
Yes, it's very rainy, and I think some places
Uh-huh.
it's downy,
Da-
down.
down. Do you mean like
Yes, down.
they're they're down like they are not operational or functional?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, that's for the rain of today. Let's do a little bit of conversation regarding uh, what you've done this week, because it's been almost a week since we had our last meeting, and in our last meeting we had a few
Sorry,
discussion.
sorry, Mr. Walid. Drown, drown. I think this correct for downy, drown.
What do you want to say um, in English? يعني
drown
غرقت
يعني
غرقت
غرقت إيه.
drown. Now uh, this is where English is tricky, or this is where English gets tricky.
تركي.
هنا الإنجليزي شوية راح يكون بيها مشكلة لأنه كلمة drown عادة بالنسبة للشخص اللي يغرق بالمي. We talk about drowning. So if the person is drowning, but since we are not talking about people, we are talking about cities. So we have to use it. We have an alternative here, and this alternative is flood. 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 So flood تغرق أو تفيض. بس لأنه إحنا كلمة تغرق نستخدمها interchangeably. مستعد للحملة مالت المفردات اللي راح توصلك هسه؟
ايه تركي شنو معناها؟
يعني بفدلوفة معروف يعني تريك، يعني هذا مثلا هذا الموضوع تريك. لا مو مبهم. مبهم هو ambiguous or vague. vague هو مبهم. اوكي tricky نستخدمها على شيء ما ينحزر. I want you to Google it now. It may be useful to me as well. Tricky, like this is a tricky topic to talk about. Like for example, Sunni, Sunnah and Shia topics are tricky to talk about because like you never know what the reaction of the other person is. فهذه يعني مواضيع tricky، كل sensitive tricky بيها لوفة دائما.
اي معقد وشائك.
بس yeah. بس هذا ما يعني انه احنا العربيه ما بيها يعني مواضيع شائكه بالنسبه لل American students. They always have that as well when it comes to I mean it's always difficult for American and British citizens when they learn English. أتذكر من تحدثنا على كلمة عين.
Yes.
And we talked about عين as an eye, عين as a guard, عين as a spy. So that's pretty much the case here. Like when we talk about the word flood. In Zayuna, tell me about Zayuna. How is the situation of roads in Zayuna?
Yes, in Zayuna, some of the streets it's a flood, and because the some streets it's lower from the main street. Actually, in my in our near of my home, I believe the flood, but alhamdulillah. Because you saw that my house it's low from the main street.
Lower,
yes.
Okay, so when we talk about lower, we talk about the distance between the streets and the verge اللي هي حافة, verge of the or the edge, let's say the edge of the house, and how they are comparatively different at this point, or at this particular point here.
Yes.
Now let's move to talk about our agenda of tonight. In our agenda of tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about our last meeting. In our last meeting, we had a few discussion topics that were related to some vocabulary and pronunciation. I want you just to scroll back. We talked about the word impossible, improve, impetus, implant, impasse.
Yes, I read that.
No, you don't need to read that, but I want you just to give me a summary.
Yes.
Rundown. We call it
Yes.
Call it rundown here of what we talked about last time. What do you think?
Yes, and in addition, we talked about some questions about my about business and sales.
Mm-hmm.
Some like what's your approach to handle the customers'
Mm-hmm.
objections? What role does social media play in your selling process?
Yes.
What role does social
Role.
media play in
Role.
your?
Let's allow me to correct some pronunciation here. We
Okay.
have in English there are two words when it comes to rule and role. So this word is rule.
Yes, role.
Call it rule. Like for example, grammar rules. يعني قواعد اللغة.
Yes.
Grammar rules. Role role is a little bit different. شلون نتذكرها؟ نتذكر كلمة رولة اللي احنا نستخدمها بالعربي. رولة قماش مثلا. الرولة
Mm,
يعني اللفة. فهي أصلا كلمة إنجليزية مو عربية. Roll. هذا معناها
mhm.
الدور. It means الدور.
Yes.
Okay, so we got a couple of expressions here, and they're quite interesting actually to learn and to be able to masterfully use them. Are
Okay.
we clear?
Yes, that's clear.
Okay, perfect. Now, going back here, we had a few questions about marketing, and I asked you, what's your approach to handle customers' objections? اللي هي اعتراضات الزبائن. I want you to remind me about what we talked about at this particular topic in our last meeting.
Yes. Yes, the all the objections of the customers about the prices
Mm-hmm.
when we offer them our product always talked about the high price. All the customers and all the salesmen
Let me ask you a question here.
yes.
Because I love
Yeah.
I love when you talk about something that you like to talk about, and since this is your job, you know, to make sure that the customers are quite significantly satisfied and have the best satisfaction out there. I would like to ask you to elaborate more about any challenges that you have, because this is going to be part of our topic of today. In our topic of today, we're just going to build. I have 100 questions. I have 100 questions about sales and marketing, and I want you to talk with me about that. Are we good? Is it okay if we talk about that tonight?
Yes.
Perfect. The reason I'm asking these kind of marketing questions is because I want you to be stronger when you talk about topics of your field, because this is where you probably struggle the most. When it comes
Yes, because
when it comes
yes.
to talk when it comes to talking about things within your field of expertise, this is the most challenging part in our case here. So my question is very straightforward and simple. What are your approaches to deal with customer satisfaction here at this point?
Yes, really, we should not reject the any clients or any customers. That means we don't reply to the customers. No, our price it's very lower. We should be to understand the rejection or the objections for the clients, and after that we should be to offer the advantage for the products and to showing the turnover for the products or the advantage and after that we should be receive all the objections and when we offered the advantage and the quality after that we practice this case with most of the customers. After that, we finally selling them.
Okay. Now that's quite interesting when it comes to talking about the sales and your approach to deal with customer satisfaction. There is another thing that is important to me to tackle with you. tackle يعني نحله. And this is particularly important to me because I want you to comment on how you deal with people who haggle. haggle يعني يجادل بالسعر. يعني مثلا يقول لك بيها مجال. So this is what we call haggling. So how do you deal with customers haggling of the products? Like if you have a product and you're trying to sell it, but the customers constantly haggle you on this particular topic here.
Yes, actually, this is. I think this is maybe become culture for all the customers because the haggles and when we clear shows or clear the advantage and the quality and the priority, the salesman should be strong with when he offered any advantage or any products because the customers, if the salesman it's poor or the states maybe the customers
and how do
I
you
think
deal with the poverty of some of the customers, like they don't have the amount of money to afford purchasing the product that you offer? How do you deal with this kind of scenario?
Yes, firstly, we should be the trust from myself and very confidence for ourselves when we offered the product or advantage because the customers, if he showing the salesman his states or sometimes I think all the products when the flow down or the not selling to the customer, I think this mainly reason because the salesman. When I visited the customers and I show all the salesmen, not our company, maybe the salesman from other company. I show the kind of states or the sometime because they don't have training or I think توسل شنو التوسل
begging. So word is begging.
begging.
So they beg.
Yes. Begging. Yes, I show this. I show the salesman when the offer the product. Honestly, I'm very shy from this case because I'm salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I think this case maybe mistake for the for the selling for the sale. All
Why do you
the customers.
why do you consider it as a mistake here? Would you please give me more justification for that? Like, why do you think it is a mistake?
Because if I customer when the salesman offer me and I'm if I could stronger from the salesman, after that the salesman not can not be sell any product for the customer because the customers maybe the win from
Mm-hmm.
the salesman.
I
I
see that.
think yes, I think in this case maybe replace the salesman because the this is from the first visit. In first visit,
So,
uh,
so you're afraid that at some point the customers or the clients may not come back to visit you because the ill treatment or the bad treatment, or they feel that they are ill treated. Ill treated يعني يساء معاملتهم.
yes,
Is this what you
uh,
mean? Ill
yes,
treated.
yes. الزبون من أول مرة يعني.
Customer. Just
Yes.
English.
Yes. I just to clarify this case. The customer from the first visit from salesman, if he success in the visit and if he is strong in the attitude or the offer the product, I think success in the future and in any visit.
Hmm. Okay, so this is what is going to bring back the customers again to you because they would be more feeling loyal to you. Is this the case that you're trying to elaborate on?
Yes.
Okay. Now, my next question is, what are your top three? And when I say three, I want you to emphasize particularly talking about three, only three strategies that you follow when it comes to dealing with customer satisfaction, particularly. What are your top three strategies to deal with customer satisfaction here, or ensure that the customer is going to be loyal to you?
Yes. Number one, we should to hearing from the customers any issues, anything. We hearing. Number one,
Mhm.
we hearing. Number two,
Listening. You mean listening, Maitham?
listening. Yes, yes, yes,
There's a
yes.
big
Listening.
difference. Like I hear what you say, but I'm not necessarily listening to you. Uh,
Yes, sorry,
this is
listening.
the difference here. Okay, so here and so that's why we people when we talk to people we say listen to me, not hear me.
Yes. Yes, we are listening. Number one.
Okay, perfect. Now that's
No,
strategy number
no,
one.
yes. Number two, we should have the loyalty for the product and confidence and trust from myself.
Okay, and how do you develop that?